Super excited to be doing a fun collab with none other than Stephanie at Squared Plans. If you would like to see how these fun pages come together and we are using the same sticker book, keep it right here. What's up everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. So we are both using this same set of sticker books, Posh Fall from Live Love Posh and Fantastic Fall from Planything. And I also have a few other sticker books just in case handy. And I have a lot of washi tapes from Planything also. And just thought I will pull a fun assortment out. And I have my usual tools and some of this film strip washi from Journal Say. And my gyro cut and the self-healing cutting mat, of course. And my journal is the B5 from Archer and Olive. So my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at all these shops. And if you like to see fun spreads, creative ideas to try in your planners or journals, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell notification so that you can be sure you will not miss out on any of those coming. And as you can see, this is an older book and I have not used majority of the stickers from here. And I have these two collections which I could possibly combine. And I wanted to keep it in a good combination between these two sticker books. And I think from the Fantastic Fall, some of those pops of green would be nice. And I really want to bring some of these spooky vibes going on since we are almost towards the end of October, and I want to have some spookiness to it, but without overdoing it. That's my vibe. And this sticker book, when I last checked, was available to pick up. Posh Fall, I'm afraid it is not, but Live Love Posh has newer releases that happened, and many of those sticker books are very much available to purchase. And I also want to do like a peekaboo windows. I do come and do the peekaboo windows once in a while. So these are from Journal Say, and my code Priya can earn you 8% off at Journal Say. So this is a very versatile tape and I've used it in various different ways. And let's get started and then we will get to the step-by-step walkthrough of what exactly I'm doing. So I'm just going ahead and cutting off that small piece at the very end because the other two are similar in size. So making sure that I cut an equal number, or I'm trying to keep it symmetrical. Let's put it in the simplest of words. And this is again a very versatile tape. I've used it in various different ways. And this is, yeah, I've done similar things, but this time I want to bring some fun touch to this. So let me just grab my pencil and kind of mark where we would need to cut that window. Stephanie at Squared Plans, I doubt you have not watched her videos, but if you have not, please check out her channel. She is a super, super creative person and even more of a sweet person. And she has been such a big support right from the day I started on Instagram. She has been one of my earliest followers, and I didn't know her at all at that point. I mean, I still don't know her personally. I do come across her in the world of planners and journals. So she is really, really creative and the sweetest person. And you need to go check out her channel. All the details are in the description. And please let her know that you came over from Priya's channel, because I would love to see my friends and members of my YouTube family go cheer her on. And she has an Etsy store. She has lots of these printables and inserts, various layouts that you can pick up. I'm sure her 2026 spreads and inserts, now the decorated spreads, she has lots of layouts, and she keeps it very, very functional, very minimal. So you can have all the themes and decorations if you are into decorative planning. So her shop is amazing. And I have not personally picked up from her store, but I'm amazed at how thoughtful she is when it comes to figuring out the different layouts, and she does an amazing job. And with her background in graphic designing, if I'm not mistaken, she does an amazing job. So please check her out. Check out her Etsy store also. And we are both using the same sticker books, so I was super excited when she agreed to do this fun collab with me. She knocks it off the park every single time. So I'm super excited to see what her setup looks like. And it is so unique every time. So I'm blown away by her creativity. And here we are doing the peekaboo windows. And as you can see, I should have made that cut a bit more smaller, because it is just the border of that film strip. So just if you don't have that placement right, then it just refuses to stick properly. So I'm just trying to make sure I go back and press it down. And then it's been a while since I did this, but I think sometimes you forget how you used to do that. And boom, yeah, once you have the placement right, I think it's easier. And I like to make sure that there are no bubbles inside. So that is why I'm being careful, because if I just plop it down like so, it will have air bubbles in there. So just going back and making sure that the air bubbles have all escaped. So there is our peekaboo window. So this I'm going to pretend as if this is a film strip, right? That's what we are looking for. So we have both of these girls here. And this one, I will have something. Yeah, sometimes the stickers just refuse to come out. Yeah, so let's just try and place her inside there so that we can pretend as if she is in that film strip. And yeah, that looks about right. And that's my Diwali spread. That video is already up. And this is, what should we do now? I need a few more decorations for inside that film strip. So I'm going back to the basic fall colors. So it will just sit as if there is more of those leaves on the other side. And I want to, yeah, that's our next set. And I think I will also use a couple of quotes from this sticker book. And yeah, because we need two tiny stickers. So this again, I've been wanting to do this for some time, but again, the theme was just not happening because we have so many different sticker books, and this I wanted to keep it more in a fall theme and not necessarily a Halloween theme. So this is pretty much the front page, the framework of it. And I think I will take off that long strip, and oopsie, it just jumped onto the page. And I'm going to get it as straight as possible and as close to the edge as possible. So that is our long strip, and just with that sticker you have a lot of colors brought in, and I just made sure that the air bubbles or the air pockets have all been removed, and that's what I was doing. So on to the next side of the Dutch door, and this washi is, well, it was part of a sub box from last year from Planything. And the current sub box is the October 2025 sub box. If you have not heard what announcements Planything had lately, so October 2025 sub box will be the last for this year before she gets a sense of how she can move forward with all the new tariffs and the new prices in place. So that is our first Dutch door, and I'm going to be doing a bit like a waterfall tab, if you may. So I'm just cutting along the edge of that washi tape, and yeah, that looks perfect. So for the other side, I will do the same thing, and I'm trying to have the leaves have their tails inward, just keeping it very simple and straight. And that is the back part. So these are all simple ways you can do Dutch doors. But again, with that peekaboo window, I think it does bring in some interest. And yeah, we will go ahead and trim off that edge. So that is going to be easy peasy. And what next? I'm really loving it so far. What are your thoughts? Let me know. So I will go ahead and get some more elements, some more of those creepy elements, or should we go with this more fall themes? So I think I will go with this particular set. Let's just have that sitting right next to the girl in the picture. And we will now have some fall elements come in, and I think we will bring in yeah, maybe one of those candles that are kind of melting. It does have a spooky vibe to it without too much gross elements going on. And I was not sure if I wanted to bring some of the trees in. And the sticker book does have some really perfectly sized trees. And this tree, in fact, is just in the right fall color. So let's see, we need another Dutch door, and I want that sitting right next to the previous page so that it looks like a proper waterfall tab. And I'm going with this gyro cut again to trim off the elements right near the stickers. And this is our next Dutch door. So now we can come and cut around the page. Let me know in the comments if you like fall or Halloween better, or both, combining both, or do you just keep it separate? I know a lot of people don't like to celebrate Halloween due to various reasons. So it is interesting to see how different people have their own ways of celebrating or not celebrating certain holidays. And it is really an easy, this way you can bring in some fun elements and still have a lot of the writing space intact, because I do get asked if I get so stickered up and I cut off a lot of the portions in each page, how I write in my journals. I would like to point out that these journals, in fact, have at least 160 pages each. The Arch and Olive ones definitely do. These B5s, 160 pages. So that's, I usually get through a book in 4 months, and that's 40 pages per book. So with a rough 30 to 31 days in most months, I still have 10 days to spare. So I like that I can afford to cut off some parts of the page, so that some days I might take up 2 pages to journal, which is okay because we have ample space. And that is our next page getting ready, and with one more tree in the back, I think we will be done. And again, you don't have to have the exact same stickers, just decorate it to what you think is best. It can be multiple different elements that come together to cover that white space you have with the shape that you cut out. So it is totally up to what you have in hand. And I do such spreads as well, where I come and use the elements I have to fill the white spaces available. So that is our next Dutch door. And yeah, this is turning out to be very different. And when I wanted to do that collab with Stephanie, I wanted to do some mixed media as well, because Stephanie does an amazing job with all sorts of mediums, from distress oxides to watercolor pens to, she has an amazing creative mind. So I'm really glad that I got the opportunity. And let me know if you have any suggestions for me when it comes to doing collabs with. I do have a few people lined up already, and I think it will be a fun thing to look forward to each month as I do a different collab, a different theme with each of those creative folks. So if you have specifically anybody in mind, please let me know in the comments, and I can reach out to them to see if they would be willing to do a collab with me. So that is our next Dutch door. And now we have, yeah, I think I will just keep it at this, and we will have one more page, and that will have some more elements of the green spaces so that we can bring some balance in the pages. And I think, do we need something smaller? I think so. Something a bit more that'll fit into the space we have. And yeah, there are a lot of these. Yeah, I think that'll be enough. And we have other elements to bring in that green. Yeah, I think that's perfect. I love that. And we have some of those mittens also, which can sit perfectly in that space. Yeah, I think that's really just perfect. And I almost went with some of these animals. And I did not want to create any imbalance in the colors. So let me just grab one of the distress oxides, because I wanted to, first I thought I would do the black suit, which would give it a more of a spooky vibe. But the scattered straw, which I love to bring in, especially for fall, it gives it a whole new different look. So we will get to the distress oxide, but before that, let's get some of these bigger elements for the corner pieces. Yeah, that tree might have to move, right? Yeah, I'm just, yeah, I don't think I did a good job. I was a bit clumsy, I guess, because I very rarely rip the arch and olive page, which I managed to this time. So I'm just taking that off so that that tree can sit right there. Yeah. And that is pretty much the top part done. And now we can bring in all those smaller elements. It can sit right there next to the tree, and the spider can be walking towards that. So between the different layers, I do think that there is some story or some connection happening. So we will now bring another coat for the back page, and I think, yeah, that is just perfect. The coats again are just the perfect size to fit into the spaces that we have. And now we have, yeah, we'll just do the edge. Yes, again, scraps are always handy, and it does bring about that pop of color also. I wanted to use the collection in the front of the book, but looks like I will be having ample stickers just from this collection. And that's our back page pretty much all done. Yeah, that's really nice. And that's scissors, the bigger and the smaller one are both from Journal Say as well. And I did get a whole bunch of goodies from Journal Say, and check out that video if you are interested to see what kind of products are available at Journal Say. And now let's decorate the left page. Yeah, with the clear stickers, I think you do have the option of getting that fun touch, even if you bring in the distress inks, the distress ink or the oxide. So that is our next bigger element that will come in now. Yeah, let's see. Let's just move this part. And we have, yeah, that I think is a good place for that sticker. And as you can see, this is an older book and the sticker book is still pretty much intact. So any excuse to use what I have, I'm all for it. So now we will bring in maybe another tree for the bottom. And let's get to the boxes, bringing in a couple of clusters for each page. And I love how it can be hidden behind those pages as well. And you can always bring in smaller elements to complete the cluster. And I'm just going ahead and picking multiple shapes, multiple colors, and then assembling the clusters, because it does make it look very fun instead of just keeping it at the same colors and the same shapes. And I think it does make a difference when you look at it as a whole. And these sticker books are all from Plani Thing, and they are all still available to pick up. I'm not sure when you will be seeing this, but as of the time of editing, it was. I did check it just before I started the voiceover. And we have a couple of the circles, some solid, some with the colored edges. And let me know how you are liking this. And please make sure that you check out Stephanie's video. It is linked below. And please subscribe to her channel and leave her something nice in the comments. And also let her know that you went over from my channel. And she's a very, very creative lady, and with such a sweet person. I think I wish her all the very best. I'm sure she is all getting ready for her 2026 inserts, and it's about that time when people will be starting to look for what to use next year. And if you are like me, an international planner, you should have started shopping, because things need to get to you on time. And during the holiday season, everything gets more pricier and the shipping times are absolutely crazy. So you might actually want to start early. And Live Love Posh just had their holiday release. By the time you see this video, the holiday release would have happened. And there is also a journaling release that's happening on October 22nd, 1 p.m. Central. And my flip through video of the products coming should also be up by the time you see this. And I'm super excited for all the fun things that are coming. And as you saw, I just threw in a few quotes along with the clusters we had. And will we need something else is my thought. And I think that is about it for the decorations. And now, yeah, I think that's good. What do you say? Yeah, let me know how you are liking this and if you have done something similar. I have lots of spreads where I get creative. I use multiple mediums in here. And I even have full-fledged tutorials on how you can get started with distress oxides if you are ever wanting to. So that's a scrap piece of paper. Just dab few extra times there so that it doesn't get really strong smudge. And I'm not removing the stickers, just going around the stickers that we have, and it does give that fun touch, and this look is something I really like, even though the oranges are and the browns are just not my vibe. And with those pops of black and those brighter oranges, I think it does look brighter. And I'm just going ahead and doing that brushing along the edges and all along the clusters, because I was not planning to, but I think I love how it is looking. So I'm just going ahead and repeating that along all the clusters, just in between there, just some pop of that color. And in some stickers, it does give that a 3D effect. Do you agree? And nothing too much, just a small pop of that color. And let me know what you think. And please don't forget to check out Stephanie's video using the same stickers, same sticker books, in fact. And please drop her a lovely word. And hope you liked what you saw. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And if you liked what you saw and would love to see more from me, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you can be sure you will not miss any of my future ones. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.